is a loud noise. So here is my finished example of the Urban Textures project. One thing that I want to emphasize the most is there are certain areas that stand out. All of the different buildings, the bridge, the water, the tall building in the front left, and all of the other buildings, including the ones way up in the distance in the hills, they all stand out. And that's because I made a lot of adjustments to the lighting of the different components. Some areas I darkened, and then some other areas I lightened. And what that will help you do is it'll help the viewer see the separation between the buildings. You don't just want to dump in a texture and let me show you. I'm going to start dropping some textures in here. Why are you not moving? Oh, I'm not on the move tool. Okay. So I'm going to stretch this out over like, and I'm finding that too many students, it may look kind of cool, but what you can't tell the difference between any of the different parts of the buildings because it's all just one tone, except for this area here where the texture is, it gets a little bit lighter, but the rest is just, it's just one tone. Okay. And that's what I'm seeing. Some students are doing that, and it's hard to tell what's what. So I'm going to I'm going to do some sloppy selections because if I spend too much time, this demonstration will just be way too long. So I'm going to cut out the hills off of this texture. Again, sloppy, I know, but I can't help it. I'm going to cut this off too. Oh gosh. This is brutal. No, I need the polygon lasso. This is too crazy. All right, so bear with me. I'm just putting a texture over this first part. Take the bridge out. Let's just say you put your texture in like that. Actually, kind of looks cool. What's cool about this is that, again, that the salt area where the student used the salt, it looks lighter and you can see that. But you really can't tell the difference up here towards the top because it's all the same lightness. Think lights, darks, mediums. So there are some things that we can do to alter that. One of the first things you could do is you could actually dump in another texture. But be careful, you don't want to get the rainbow effect where you're putting in all of your textures and they're all beautiful colors. I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to put this here. Let me stretch it out a little bit more. You can dump in other textures, just like this. And now I'm going to, again, take it off of the bridge. I'm going to take it off of this. And I'm just going to leave it on that side of the building. because this texture is a lot darker, it actually helps to separate this part of the building from that part of the building, but I actually don't like the way that looks. And so I don't know if I mentioned, you guys can use these things called blending modes right here in your layers palette. It says normal. Just click. We did this at the very beginning of the, okay, I already sort of like that because now the colors are sort of matching, but it's darker, which I like. That rainbow, you don't want rainbow effect. That's sort of cool. That's kind of cool. It's darkened it a little bit. That's pretty good. Still sort of in the same color tone. That works. That helps to separate the buildings because it's lighter against dark. Think light against dark. Okay, what was it again? Was it overlay? No. I'm going to choose soft light. I'm going to choose this one. So there I added another texture, and I used the blending modes to mix it with this texture. Another thing you can do is you can actually go right down to that texture layer right here. You can grab your lasso, and let's say you want to make, again, here we go with another real sloppy selection. Let's say I want to make this part, I want to make that part lighter, and I want to make this part lighter too. Top of the roof, and I don't know why that went away. Oh, it's because I'm not on this. Okay, hang on. I'm just making two selections here. I've got the roof selected and this. Now, there are these things called adjustment layers. I don't know if I've gone over these, but the very bottom of the layers palette, beside the group folder and between the group folder and this thing that looks like a camera, it's a circle, half black, half white circle. If you click on that, you can add an adjustment layer. So watch this. This one is called levels. Click. And what I want to do is move these sliders. But before I do that, I want to glue or clip this adjustment layer to here. So I'm going to right click, create clipping mask. And now it's clipped only to this layer. If you don't do that, it's going to mess up every layer underneath. I just want it on this layer. So now I'm going to, there you go. I'm going to move this a little bit to the left. And that is going to do what? Now it's going to make this, if I can close this, and that's it. That's all I did. It's very simple. I've made this area stand out, and I made the roof stand out. So now when you step back away from your monitor 5 feet, and this is what I encourage you to do. If you're adding textures and you've added several textures and you kind of think, well, maybe I'm going to be done soon, I would encourage you to stand up, push in your chair, back up at least 5 feet away from your monitor, okay, and look at your monitor screen. Can you tell the difference between the different parts of the building? If you can't, you've got some work to do. Last thing I'm going to show you is this area. This area right in here where this door is and this sort of awning, it's pretty dark, but it's light here. So I'm going to select it. And I'm going to do the same thing as this levels adjustment layer, but I'm going to do the fast version. Watch this. Window L. Window L, and I'm going to grab this, move it in, and make it darker. And press OK. Deselect. Now that area is darker. What you don't want to do, you know what, I'm going to save that till the end, because I actually really despise my project after I finished it. I think it looks absolutely terrible. I have way too many colors going on. I actually did the rainbow effect inadvertently. Okay, so I worked with this texture, and now I want to put a texture over here. So do I want to do something like this? Why did you go like that? Hang on a second. Something weird happened. There, I'll press it here now. Okay. We talked about the rainbow effect. I'm just wondering, should I use that? Should I use this over here? Well, there's no rule that says you can't. Okay? If you want to, do it. If it works. But if I were you, I would stick with colors that are sort of close to that. Like, watch this. Check it out. These are some, you already know about window L, and we did that dark area, levels. There's window U, as in umbrella, and you can play around with the hue of your watercolor textures. This one's kind of hard because it has three things going on at once. Not the best example. I'm going to pull out another one that's just all boom. No, not that one. Sorry, this one. Yeah, this one. So now what would be a good place? Well, that's water under here. Why not stretch that out a little bit and put it in the water area? How do you make a copy? Hold down Alt. Now I have a copy. I can flip that copy with Window T. Flip horizontal. There's white in there. I need to get rid of that. You can actually merge them together. Watch this. Hold down the Shift key. Well, maybe not. I'll just press Window T. So I'm going to use this for my water. And now I'm going to take my lasso. So if I'm going to add a different color that's so drastic from the other building, for me, I'm going to have it make sense. The water is blue, so it's going to be blue. And now under the bridge, I probably want to go dark so the bridge stands out light. So the last, I promised, this demonstration's almost over. Window L. I'm going to find something that's sort of close to that first. Okay, I'm looking. Do I like this one? Is really cool. I like that a lot. Did anyone here do this? It's from this class. All right, I think I'm going to use it here. I'm going to stretch it out quite a bit. And I'm going to window U, and I'm going to sort of try to match it a little bit with, I see what I'm doing? I barely bumped it to the left. Now it's a little more orange. There's no rainbow effect. Holy cow, I like this way more than the project that I spent way too much time doing and looks like total garbage. Okay, you don't want all of this the same, so then again, you can go to your lasso. I want this rooftop to be just a little bit lighter so it stands out more. Window L. Bump this over a little bit this way. Press OK. Window D, deselect. I need to put this in one more time. What if I use this? Not that one. Where is it? There it is. Toss it in here one more time. Window T. Flip. It's not going to be on my rocks. I'm going to throw that there just for a second. Kind of like this white area. I'm just going to leave that. Oh, did I talk to you guys about using a soft brush to sort of erase? Oh my gosh, I like this project now. Window U. This. And then these are rocks underneath here. I could just select it again and then do window L. Window L. And I'm making it darker. And then I need to make this darker too, because it's underneath the bridge. I'm going to do two things. I'm going to combine window L and window U. Window U, I'm going to change the hue a little bit. Nope, that looks too funny. I don't know if I can do that. It's looking too weird. Cancel that. I'll just do window L. This one's going to be super dark. And then I'm going to use window, wait. Does that look good? It's too bright. Window U, desaturate. Watch this. You can go all the way to gray. Just take some of the brightness out of there. It's too bright. Yeah, about right there. Window D. I hope you got something out of this demonstration. And I'm just kind of going through here and finding out other areas that I could lighten up. So how many textures did I use? I think I used 3. There. I'm pretty sure I only used 3 textures. So that is the end of this demonstration, guys. If you have any questions, just holler at me. And if you've already put textures down, I would highly recommend you to walk away from your project to see if you can apply some of these techniques to improve what you've got going on. Thank you.